So today, what am I bringing to the table? I'm bringing to the table, define your niche in business. Finding that niche, that one thing that nobody else has got that is important, that really does help you stand out from the crowd. How is this going to help your business? Well, for a start, it gives you an awful lot of identity. So we'll start running through these things anyway. In business, defining your niche means focusing your efforts on a specific smaller segment of a broader market. Okay, just that sentence alone should already start you thinking about our business. We know that we are entering a huge market with the products and services that we are going to be bringing to the table. So we need to start thinking outside the box of how we are going to be looked at, how we're going to get recognized whilst we are in that broader market. So by focusing on specifics, smaller segments, then you stand a much better time in this broad market of being successful by defining your niches. It's often about choosing a particular type of customer, product, or service to cater to rather than trying to serve everyone. This specialization allows you to better understand the unique needs and preferences of your target audience, leading to more effective marketing and product development, which equals sales. So if you understand that being specific in one area about one thing at a time is going to increase your chances of making sales and also get eyes on your product, then you'll stand a better chance. Now, if you remember, I was talking about specifically about marketing and about keywords and meta tags and SEO and all the rest of it. All this has a bit of a bearing on your niche market. Why? Because you're being very specific about what you are selling. Now, before people start saying, I thought we're selling lots of different things. Well, we are. But each individual item that we will be selling, we will be specifically having a niche within that subject, that product, that service that we are offering people. If you look at it along the lines of when you're on Amazon and you're searching for a product, okay, you'll bring up somebody's shop, okay, that you might buy from, and they've got lots of products and services in there, haven't they? You probably might have pictures or whatever it may be. Okay, you click on what you are looking for and it goes into specific detail about what that is. This is the kind of thing I'm talking to you about right now. Having a niche with your products and services, okay, will definitely aid and help you with your sales. So let's have a little bit more of a detailed look of defining your niche. We need to focus and specialize, okay? By focusing on a niche, you become an expert in a specific area which can help you stand out from the competition. How many times have we told you to really dive deep and get as much knowledge base as possible about individual products, about individual services, so that you are extremely knowledgeable about that one thing? It is far more important to be knowledgeable about one thing than it is about lots of things that you're not very knowledgeable about at all. Why? Because you can be very specific about that one thing. So if anybody comes to you and asks you any question, does it do this? Has it got this? What can it do for me? How is it going to work? All these sort of questions, if you have the answers knowledgeably to hand straight away, for instance, if you have a chat area on your website, which you may well have, then people might go to the chat to ask you questions about a specific product before they buy it. And if you are knowledgeable about it, then you'll be able to answer with confidence about that product or service. This will give you certainly an edge. Why? Because it helps build rapport, helps build confidence in the client or the customer that you are knowledgeable of what you are trying to sell them, and they know that if they've got any problems, they can come back to you. So being that specialized and focusing on one thing at a time certainly will aid you. Targeted marketing. Marketing doesn't half come up a lot, doesn't it? Every time I start looking at specifics, marketing always comes up. Why? Because it's so important. It's always there. If you are specific, if you are focused on giving expert advice in specific areas about certain products and services, you can tailor your marketing efforts and messages to resonate with the specific needs and interests of your niche audience, increasing the likelihood of conversation and or sales. Makes sense, doesn't it? If you think about it. If you are more specific about what your product, what your service does, how it is different from somebody else's, then when somebody is searching for specifics of what they're looking for, guess what's going to happen? Your product is going to come up, and that means you stand a much better chance of you making a sale. Because at the end of the day, this is what we're going to be all about moving forward. It is going to be about sales. Sales mean commissions. Commission means you earning money. And this is what we're all focusing on right now, is to how to leverage as much as possible the knowledge that we are gaining so that we can utilize it when we move forward. Somebody wrote to me the other day and said, Red, how can I specifically target my business with the things that you are talking about at the moment if I don't know what my outlay of money is going to be for specific things? My answer to that is there's an awful lot we can learn, an awful lot we can do without having to part with any money whatsoever. We don't need to pay for courses. We don't need to pay for knowledge. It is all there for you to learn if you're prepared to do so. So you don't have to know what your outgoings are going to be. What you do need to know is gain the knowledge so that it stands you in better stead moving forward. Having a strong relationship as well also helps. By focusing on a smaller, more defined group of customers, you can build stronger and more personalized relationships. I really do believe more and more people now would rather buy from people that they feel they have an alignment with, people they feel that they can trust, people they know because of the conversations they've had with them. This builds trust, it builds loyalty, and in the end, it makes much better sense for customers to repeat buy from you when they like and trust you. If you can build up that strong relationship with your customers, then it means that your life will be a lot easier. It means that your sales will become easier because the customers are confident in you and the products and services that you are offering them. Makes sense, really, if you think about it, doesn't it? Look at yourself with a garage and a car, for instance. How many of you drive out of your way to go to a specific garage to service your car, to buy a car, to have work done on your car? We all do. Why? Because we have a relationship with that garage. We trust the mechanic, or we know the mechanic, or whatever it may be. Having that relationship makes life a lot easier for you as a customer and also the person whose business it is. It's a two-way street. So if you think about that, build those strong relationships through the engagement with your customers, and it will certainly help you within your sales. Also, potential for higher profit margins when you have niche products within business. It might not make sense, but it certainly does help your profit margin. Niche markets often involve higher prices for specialized products or services, leading to potential higher profit margins. What does that really mean in layman's terms? It means that if you have a product or service that nobody else has, that does so many things more than anybody else's does, it means that you have got confidence to maybe charge a little bit more and make more profit. Why? Because the desire from a customer to want it is higher because they can't get it anywhere else. It makes it rarer. It makes it more different to anybody else's. And with that, you can charge a higher price point. Are we going to see this with us in our next phase? I actually don't think we will. Even though we could probably charge more for the products and services we're going to see, I actually don't think that is part of our CEO's equation. So for us, it means that we are actually offering people something that is far better value, has more bells and whistles, products and services than anybody else. And it means that, again, we will be make your life a lot easier to make those sales because we are in a niche market with what we are offering. The last one then is to increase customer loyalty. I said about this as I've been talking all the way along. When you cater to the specific needs of a niche audience, you are more likely to build customer loyalty as they appreciate your focus and expertise in certain areas about certain products. Again, it increases that loyalty between you and your customers, and especially when you are giving the value back to them that they didn't really expect, that you are giving them something that they didn't really think they were going to get for the price tag of what they've paid. Again, this is going to build that loyalty base, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. So how do you find your niche? Okay, identify your strengths and passions. You need to understand what you are good at, what you enjoy. This can help you narrow down your focus in certain areas. Not only are we going to be selling niche products and services to a wide audience in the marketplace, you also need to define your niche in you as a person as well. This is going to help you stand out from everybody else, as well as the product that you are trying to sell. Have your own identity, have your own logos, have your own theme, have your own way of doing it is also as important as defining the niche of the product that you are selling. Research your market. What are the current trends and unmet needs within your industry? What specific segments of the market are undeserved at the moment? Where hasn't been tapped into? What areas do you feel haven't got what we are offering? All of these will help you make sales. So when you are doing any marketing, spend a lot of time researching areas across the globe where you feel that there is a niche market to be had with the products and services and you, as well as everything else. All of this will help in your marketing strategy. Consider your target audience. Oh, it's Jane. Good. Consider your target audience. Who are you trying to reach? What are their demographics, interests, and needs? All of this analytical data is really important. We spoke about this in marketing, didn't we? We spoke about how important having this knowledge is going to help you within your sales. We will have tools and products that will help us within the next phase for exactly that. It's imperative that you utilize them to the best of your ability so that you can target people in different areas for those sales. Develop your product or service with unique offerings you can provide to meet the needs of your chosen niche area. For instance, you will have the ability to do certain discounts for certain people, etc., in different areas. This is again knowing your audience. Also, test and refine. Gather feedback from your target audience and refine your offerings as needed. Remember, we spoke about this yesterday or the day before about how having customer feedback really is important to growing your business, because it means that you are openly asking people about their experience, about what they think, and it means that you can refine everything about your business much better to make it more efficient by getting this customer feedback. So let's have a quick look before we finish then at examples of niche markets. Specialized industries like a niche for sustainable fashion, education, technology for the young children. Does that sound something that we may be doing? Niche market for education, technology for younger children? I think it might be. Geographic locations serving a specific region, neighborhood, or area of the globe. Do you think we might be doing something like that? Price point, focusing on high-end or budget-friendly options. Do you think that we might be offering some of that as well? Age groups, targeting specific demographics like Gen Z, millennials, or baby boomers for certain products or services. What a great way of getting a message across for your product or services by targeting exactly the age group that you want. But if you are going to do that, guess what? You need to speak in their language. And I'm not talking about English, I'm not talking about French, not talking about any language specifically. I'm talking about how to market and advertise to a specific age group audience, male and female, in a language that they understand, with all of the jargon, I suppose, the slang that they use. There's no point in trying to target 18 to 20-year-olds when you're talking like a professor. It's not going to wash with them. It's certainly not going to get you any sales. All of these things you need to look at when you are doing your market. And the last one is examples of niche markets, interests and hobbies. Serving communities of gamers, book lovers, outdoor enthusiasts, bloggers, vloggers, video makers, etc. is really important when you are putting together your marketing strategy. All of these things, guys, add to what is a niche market in business. Very specific, but very rewarding as well. You might decide that you're not going to do that, and that's absolutely fine. But I've always taken the option of going down every single possible avenue I can in business to get the most amount of sales for or what I am doing. That's the name of the game. Make sales. And I and you should utilize absolutely all of them to benefit you in your pursuit of those goals. Anyway, guys, that's it for me for today.